Hi, James Murphy from HLH. I'm just going to give everyone a quick run through of our presentation, just to let everyone know a little bit more about us and what we're doing. So obviously in our industry, contract manufacturing, low volume manufacturing, low volume high mix, prototyping, we work with a number of different industries on a massive range of different projects, and not just different customers and not just different industries, but even within those industries, within those companies, project to project, what people need is often quite different. Sometimes you just need something real quick and cheap, and sometimes what you're looking for is just like a product, like a low volume production run. So it needs to be very, very high quality from the correct materials, and something that you're able to take then and assemble and sell. So the requirements really do differ from project to project. So we, instead of trying to make people fit into our little box of what we do, we try and have a conversation with our customers, an ongoing conversation, project to project, to understand what it is you want, and how we can best deliver that for you. Underlying all of that is obviously quality. Without quality, the rest is not worth anything, essentially. So what we deliver must be quality, but the idea of quality again is not something that's fixed. Like all projects are the same. No, very much it's the idea of quality that we have here is a movable beast, and again it's something that we develop with our customers project to project, and we try and maintain a level of flexibility that enables us to deliver what it is that you want. But obviously we have myriad processes in place to enable us to do that. So the quality process itself involves all of the standard things that you would expect. So we check the appearance of the parts, we check the surface finishes, we check the dimensions, we check the function, the fit, the form. We check all of these things, and it even extends to any outsourced processes. So a lot of things we can do in-house, like most of the actual manufacturing we can do in-house, but some kind of specialist surface finishes like anodizing or chrome plating, for example, we might have to outsource those to an external supplier, to a specialist supplier. But we would manage that as part of the project and ensure that what's being delivered at the end is exactly what you're looking for. So, like I say, this kind of idea of quality as not a fixed thing but quite a flexible thing is something that I think is quite unique to us. It involves quite a lot of work, but it does enable us to, hopefully, and the feedback that we get is that we do manage to deliver what people are looking for, project to project. Here are some figures. So obviously, with the current situation, the coronavirus, we're understaffed a little here at the minute, so we've not been able to update this. But the 2019 figures are much of a muchness, and these are like hundreds of different projects every month. It's like average of like 700 to 800 different project numbers every month. Some of those projects are one part, some are 100 different parts. Some are 1,000 of the same part. So, I mean, it's multiple thousands of different parts every month, and we're still able to maintain fairly high. I mean, obviously we can improve upon these numbers, but fairly high levels of quality. And our idea of quality is that you're happy with it, and delivery, which is that you get the parts before you need them. And then the one of the kind of major complaints that I've heard over the years, talking to people, when they discuss working with China, is the kind of lack of consistency. Like, you might get a really good part today, but then you go back to the same supplier 2 months later for the same part, and they give you something completely different. And it's this kind of lack of consistency that people really kind of tend to feedback to me. That's like the main issue with working with China. So over the years, maybe because I've been able to have these conversations with people, with our customers, with other people in the industry, that we have over the years tried to put in a lot of different kind of processes to ensure that we are able to maintain consistency project to project, and that we are able to deliver where others maybe fall down. Okay, so this is a factory. So we have 2 locations in China currently. So we've got a Shenzhen project management office. The reason that's there is because that's where the factory used to be, but we outgrew that location. So we had also in 2016 we opened the factory in Dongguan, and that's split over 6 floors. So on the 6th floor we have the project management staff, the sales staff, the admin staff, and a kind of a big showroom. On floor 5 we have 3D printing, so we've got SLS, SLA, metal sintering. We have Project from 3D Systems, and we're always looking at adding more technologies and equipment, and we also have on the 5th floor we have vacuum casting, urethane casting for low volume plastics. On floor 4 we have CNC machining and some laser cutting of plastic parts. We also have the paint shop and hand finishing, polishing, things like that. And then on floors 3 and 2 we have mainly CNC machining of metals, but also some other metalworking processes. And we also have a massive quality control suite. And then on the 1st floor we've got the tool shop, where we build our what we call kind of rapid tools, and our injection molding facility. So okay, here are some pictures of the factory and some of the equipment that we're using, and these are some of the different processes that we run. And I think we're quite unique certainly in China, and I'm pretty sure in the rest of the world as well. Just because we do actually have all of these processes in-house under one roof, and that, like I say, is not very common. A lot of companies will claim that they're able to do all of these things, but we actually can. And then we work with a lot of different industries, obviously a lot of automotive, robotics, medical devices, lots and lots of different companies, some enormous, some very, very small startups. Lots and lots of different exciting, fun, interesting projects. And then this is the team. So we have, I mean, obviously most of the people are involved in actually like doing the work, and then the rest of us are just here to kind of back out. Here's just some pictures of people doing stuff. This is a case study. The main reason this is in here is because it kind of highlights where we're not just a kind of a manufacturer, if you will, but we're also like a problem solver for our customers. So this particular client, they had very, very, very little time, as I'm sure most of you have encountered yourselves, and they needed to get 2 functioning products ready for an exhibition where they were looking to get investment. So these things needed to look the business, but unfortunately, like the CAD that they had was like far from ready, and there was quite a lot of interference between the parts and things, and they wouldn't fit together. But we were able to help them update their CAD and to make sure all the parts fit together and worked. So again, we're not just a manufacturer. We're also able to offer design and engineering support and help if and when needed. And here was another project. And the reason this case study is in here is because this kind of highlights our advantage, because we have so many different processes under one roof. We're not going to look at your project and think, okay, all right, let's try and keep this in-house. What do we have in-house? Oh, okay, we only do CNC machining, so let's just quote CNC machining for this customer. No, we'll take your project, and because we have all of these different processes in-house, we'll actually look, okay, which process makes the most sense for this customer, for this part, with the time scale, the budget, and the requirements that they've got. So with something like this, which was part of a wing mirror assembly, we looked at the actual requirements, we looked at the desired characteristics of the part, we looked at how much money they had and how much time they had, and then we gave them a range of different options, but obviously we ensured that we were able to deliver. Okay, and I think the kind of the main advantage I would say that we have over a lot of other companies in China is communication. We're not. I think it's not just because there are people like me here at this company who obviously don't, well, you would hope, don't struggle with the English language. It's not just because of that, but I think it's because of the kind of culture that we've built, where it's less of a I don't know how to put it. Basically, we're not afraid of having conversations. We're not afraid of asking questions. We're not afraid of talking with our customers and trying to understand what it is they want and how we can help them. So I really do think like that our kind of main advantage lies in our ability to communicate with you, the client. Obviously, none of the rest of it is worth anything if you're like too expensive. So whilst we never claimed to be the cheapest company in China, we're far and away from the most expensive. And I mean, just because of the kind of, I say, the consistency, the quality, and the communication that we're able to offer. I mean, I think you get what you pay for, really. So most people don't have too much complaint on that front. Okay, here are just some kind of pictures of some of the stuff that we're doing, and yeah, there's the email address and the website. So if you have any parts or products, or if you've got any questions or anything at all, please feel free to get in touch. Thank you very much. Bye bye.